how did you decide your major? So if you can remind us what your major is and then how you came to that decision. And to build off from that, someone asked, when applying, how did you choose, how sure were and are you of your choice of major? So anyone can start, and then
I can go first. So I liked econ in high school, so I was like, and I was kind of like, I thought I was interested in like business and stuff. So I was like, okay, like I'll just major in that. And I wasn't like too sure about it, but in college, I feel like you could just switch majors. Like, it's fine, guys. It's not the end of the world. In high school, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to be like locked into like this one career path. But like, you guys have a lot of time to like explore. So it's okay to switch majors. I know someone who is a fourth year and she switched from food science to econ and she's doing okay. Like, she's taking an extra year, but it's okay, guys. So for me, I'm like in the process of switching majors right now because I don't think I like business and econ, so I'm switching to nutrition.
I'm going to disagree with Grace a little bit.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty important to, Grace is still right, you can always change and it'll be fine, but if you choose your major and stick with it, you'll have a much easier time with like priority and with enrolling in classes. So it's best to decide what you want to do and stick with it if you can.
I disagree with him, but you know, it's okay to have different perspectives on things.
I think it's hard to pick what you want immediately and like stick with it forever. Like, obviously that is the ideal scenario, and it would be perfect if you knew from your childhood like what you would want to do. But at least for me, I'm a bio major, and I think I just knew I was always interested in bio, but I think the path that my parents always put for me was pre-med. But now I'm like considering other options within bio still. But yeah, I think because the field is so general, I can still do something within that field. So yeah, even as a third year, I'm still like figuring it out. I'm not switching majors, but yeah, it's like, I guess I'm like between you guys, where I think it's okay to still have it being figured out, and like you don't need a direct career path and plan, because there are going to be changes. That you'll learn more about yourself in college, and you'll know like what you do like and what you don't like from like taking all your GEs. And yeah, so I don't think you should put too much pressure on yourself to try and decide. Like, if you can't decide, it's okay. Like, it'll be fine in the end. Like, God will provide for you whatever path you choose, and He'll take care of you. But yeah, if you do know, then great. Like, that's amazing for you.
You can also graduate on time or earlier if you like are really locked into a major.
I guess I think I've always thought I wanted to go into business, but I didn't know which concentration I wanted to go to. But it's good because my school, everyone gets accepted and as a pre-business student, and then you choose your concentration. So I guess like it worked out a little perfectly for me. So yeah. Oh, I'm majoring in finance and accounting now.
you decided that your first year there.
I think I'm not. I have to apply this semester.
Oh,
yeah,
to be that concentration.
For me, I switched majors from psych to marine biology, and I think, one plus about being at a community college is that it's like easier to switch. I think it doesn't like affect your like classes that much. Well, the first semester was like when I figured it out, and I did like waste some time, but I think that was like more me. I didn't know how to do anything in general, not like with my major. And I think I switched from psychology to marine biology because I figured out that I didn't want to work with people and yeah, I like fishes more. And when I was applying, I was like, I just put psychology for everything because I didn't really like know what I wanted to do. I just thought psych was a little interesting. So I think it'd be good if you knew and stuff, but it's fine if you don't. Yeah, and it's good to have options. I think because first when I applied with psych, I was like, I literally didn't know like any other choice I could put because I was really interested in anything. But yeah, so I think like having choices is nice.
So along like similar lines, like how did you know which college to choose when it was time, your senior year, when it was time to choose? Yeah.
I think for me, I didn't have many choices, so I picked that. But it's also financial decision.
Me, I chose the college that was closest to home. And the one the ones that I would, of course, like get into. Like, I would have chosen Irvine, but they rejected me. So I chose the next closest one.
That was important for you to stay local.
I didn't want to be too far.
I also wanted to stay local, but I didn't get into those colleges. But I wanted to do community college as well, but I like thought about it and I was like, oh, I think I should like experience, something that's like far from home and like try to be a responsible adult or like living on my own, even though it's kind of scary being that far from home. But I think it grew me.
I wanted to go far away, but I didn't get into any of the East Coast colleges I applied to, so Irvine was like the next best thing.
Maybe for me, it's like, well, Fullerton's like known for business, so I guess that was also like a pro, but also, yeah, I didn't have much choices, I think. And then financially, it's really good. Basically, it's free for me right now.
Nice. Okay, so I guess this next question pertains to anyone who's living on campus. How scary is sharing a room with strangers? And if you did have to use communal showers, how are the communal showers?
Is the sharing a room with strangers, is that talking about lecture halls?
Like, I think like live by
I'll answer the communal shower one. If it's cleaned every day, it's not that bad. It's still pretty bad because there's hair like all over and the water on the floor is like black for some reason. But,
oh my gosh.
but as long as it's cleaned every day, it's doable.
Oh my. Do you wear shower slippers though?
Yeah, you have to.
Yes.
Where do you live? Which hall do you live?
I was in Sprout Hall.
Sprout.
You're like.
Avoid.
My roommate wasn't a stranger, but wait, I guess she kind of was because I met her through like mutuals. So I didn't like really know her beforehand, so it was low-key kind of awkward for the first quarter, but we eventually got closer together. But I would say if you don't know your roommate, you guys don't always have to be friends, but it's kind of helpful if you like try to be more intentional with them, so it's not as lonely when you first move in.
I was in a quad, so I had 4 people in my dorm. But the dorm, at least the one I got into the Irvine, like the towers, so it was like really nice. So yeah, our room was like bigger than like the triples, and yeah, it was completely fine. They were all randoms, so or like I literally put randoms, like not like I selected, yeah, because I could not. Yeah, I didn't know anyone else. I was also going to UCI, but yeah, it was completely fine. Like we were all friends. There's like some issues here and there, but I thought it was really nice, like, to have people to come back to every day and talk to and catch up with. And yeah, there is those worries in the beginning of like, oh, what if they're super weird, and like, what if they like, yeah. But I think I got lucky because we all ended up like being pretty close. And as for like the showers, I thought it was fine. Like it was really clean. And yeah, but it was also because like our ratio of people to amount of showers was lower than average. So I think there were only 4, like, because I was only sharing like this bathroom space with 8 people, 8 girls specifically total. So it was like really clean.
Nice. Let's see, and then for Lucy and Nadia, for commuting, what's your experience been like? Like living at home, you're kind of in adulthood with your family, and commuting to school. Is that like?
I think commuting has been like pretty okay as long as you don't go like rush hour, but sometimes I do end up going rush hour like in the mornings, kind of 8 a.m.s, and those are like a little bit tough. But other than that, I feel like commuting is like fine in general, except for parking, because Fullerton's really known for bad parking. So it just depends what time too. And then living at home, I feel like I've been like fine. Like I think at first I felt like FOMO because everyone else is like, oh, they're dorming, they're having fun, and I'm like stuck at home. But I feel like I found content in that like I'm not paying rent. Like I don't need to like pay for bills other than gas. But yeah, I think it's fine.
Basically, I commute like 10 minutes. So
That's true.
I don't know like how that's. I mean, I guess it's still commuting, but it feels like it's just like high school because it's like so close to me too. And Mount Tech is also like smaller, so that also feels like high school, but it is different because like class time and like you have more freedom. Living at home. Yeah, I did feel some like FOMO whenever like my friends tell me stories about how much fun they're having and how many friends they have. But I still like living at home. I never thought that was like a bad thing because yeah, it is cheaper and I like my parents and and especially when like my friends complain about their food, I'm like my friends cook for me every day. So yeah, I like that.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question that's been submitted. Okay, how do you know if a Christian club or a church is legit?
I knew about double ACF because like everyone here told me to do double ACF, so I guess that's how I vetted it. And then for other fellowships that I was interested in, because there have been a couple that I wanted to check out and I thought were legit, and I tried to vet it myself, but I guess you never really know until you talk to people, especially pastors, because they have a lot of connects and they know people who have been to all these schools and check them out too. So yeah, I guess just talking to people that you like trust and getting a lot of opinions.
I would say, like, I agree with how, like, I think the people, or like you guys, the Sunday school teachers and Pastor Dave, kind of like gave us an idea of like how to find a solid church, and I think that helped like with the discerning of whether a church is like legit or not. Some of them are like very obvious, like that's really sus. Like if you've been at FCBC Walnut, it would be like a pretty clear sign. Like some are pretty sus. Yeah, I would say definitely discernment and prayer and just seeing like what they preach is really important. But also I think double ACF is like a good place to start if you want a church hop. And obviously if you want something like FCBC Walnut, like I think you'll know it. I don't know how to explain, like the way they preach, like is it from the Bible, like or is it like something they just want to say? Yeah.
I'm gonna close out with this last one. From personal experience, how hard is it to keep up with and or live out the Christian faith when confronted with questions or direct opposition to your beliefs.
Well, I think it's very difficult, especially, since you're confronting a lot of different opinions from all over the world. And you do feel this pressure to want people to like you because you're trying to make friends and you're trying to, have people like you and have people to hang out with. You don't want to be that one person that everyone considers like insane. So I think it's definitely easier when you are surrounded with, like, once you have like that group of strong Christians that do share the same beliefs and values as you, and you know, like, you're being reaffirmed by your fellow brothers and sisters in Christ that what you are, what you do believe in, what truth you're speaking is like from God, and that it is powerful and it is what He would want you to proclaim. But yeah, it's definitely difficult, and I think a lot of the times, like, I'm not perfect with it. I definitely like start to like avoid conversation sometimes. But yeah, I have been like directly asked like by non-Christian friends, like, think that like different like very like I forgot the word, like contentious topics, and I do have to speak the truth, and I try to do it gently, but it is very scary. And yeah, especially I think because people are trying to figure out like what they believe too. There have been moments where people like are more open to hearing, and like there are some people who are very against you, and there's some people who are also trying to figure out what they believe and trying to figure out if they do believe in a God. And so sometimes it's fruitful where they start to ask you more questions, or sometimes they'll just never hear from that person again.
I feel like I don't think I've been like confronted that many times about my belief in college, but I feel like there's always like a temptation to like do what everyone else is doing, because like college is, I don't know, there's always like Greek life and like partying and stuff, so I think that was kind of a temptation for me. Or like I guess like your intentions going in it, because like you have so much freedom, and like you have the freedom to like decide whether you want to do something or like not do something. So yeah, it was just like, how do I guess like something I kind of struggled with was like, how do I be like a salt and a light like in this environment, and like how do I show God's love through this and like not like cave into the temptations.
And for me, it was my roommate that was asking a lot of questions and like opposing the Christian faith, but he was just like really eager to learn and like find out more, like have his questions answered. But I feel like either way, like even if people ask these questions or like oppose you, you're still gonna be like, your faith won't change. Your beliefs are not gonna like change at all. So it's okay if you get like confronted or like if people ask you questions.